I want Adderall, Ritalin, and Vyvanse from Dr. Thompson.
In 2018, the CSGO community was introduced to an upcoming prodigy that dominated North America's Faceit Pro League. At only 14 years old, oBo was a highlight machine, fragging and turning most matches into his playground. With such incredible talent at a young age, he caught the attention of the biggest North American organizations, putting him under the scope for future pickups. A year later in 2019, Complexity signed the young gunner after Peter Stanislaw Jargus stepped down from his leadership role following shaky results. A rough start for the team led to a roster revamp, signing the Danish duo of Blamef and Config, in addition to Poison and major winner with Cloud9 Rush. With such respectful names, the team was set up for a chance at success after a decent showing during DreamHack Open Anaheim 2020, to finally win the biggest event of the year at Blast Premier Spring 2020 European Finals.
Downstairs and it's all on the shooter. He's going to get dropped at 16-12. Complexity are your champions, ladies and gentlemen.
During that period, the North American region struggled due to COVID-19 restrictions. Because most top-tier events were held online, Complexity moved to Europe to compete against the world's best teams. Their journey was successful at the start before things took a deep dive into the worst after oBo notified the team of his leave after ESL Pro League Season 12. By then, Complexity had already spent 6 months traveling in Europe, which overwhelmed the young prodigy. His situation was understandable considering his age and the fact that he's been away from home for so long. But out of nowhere and in a snap decision, oBo packed his bags and was ready to leave mid-event, leaving his teammates behind, feeling betrayed.
I received a call at 1:30 in the morning, Dallas time, and Owen let me know that he was at the airport and his flight was in 2 hours. We discussed options and I encouraged him to try to stay the additional 2 weeks to finish the playoffs. And he decided to return home.
The signs of confusion were clear on the other players as they expressed in Complexity's unexpected roster shakeup YouTube video. I will leave you with some reactions.
We had gone out to dinner with Jamie and Will and Owen had brought up that he was getting a little overwhelmed.
We came for dinner the day before and Owen kind of expressed his concerns that he basically said that he's planning to leave after Pro League. It hurt, but it was a totally understandable decision because he has been away from home for a while. The future was uncertain. We didn't know how much longer he'd stay in Europe.
We accepted, we agreed, we're like, okay, cool. So then I ping him later that night to ask him what dates he would be comfortable with to go back. Immediately after EPL, I think he said.
The truth is, the next morning at 7 a.m. I got a phone call from Christian Config screaming at me that Owen's left and he's at the airport, and I'm just confused and I'm telling him, what are you on about, Christian?
I was a little bit confused at first. I couldn't really see if it was a joke or not, because I woke up and I saw that there was 50 messages or something in the group chat. What are they talking about? They're saying we don't have a player and stuff like that. I was just scrolling up to see what was happened, and then I saw a message from Owen saying that he left the team and he's not gonna play with us today, even though we had a really important tournament that day.
So I call him and I was like, hey man, are you okay? Are you alone? Blah blah blah. And he was like, yeah man, I'm at the airport. I'm about to go back and all this stuff. And I was like, dude, I really don't like that. I'm worried about your safety. Are you able to come back and we can get you a flight and maybe I can go with you, take care of it and blah blah blah. And he was like, nah, I'm all set. I already talked to Lake.
He did the right thing for himself, but I think he did it the wrong way. He just left with 0 to no notice. And I think it kind of caught everyone off guard that he chose the decision to just leave.
It was kind of a shock to all of us because he never really said to us hey, I can't really handle this, or hey, I want to go home, or hey, this is really, I'm struggling here. I need something to help me get through this. Maybe a week break, go back to my family. He never said anything. He just left on a whim.
Have you talked to him since?
I have not spoken to him since, and I don't plan to, honestly, because I lost.
In his defense, oBo stated in an interview with HLTV that the team showed no interest in ever returning to America, adding it was becoming increasingly apparent that this was a permanent living situation rather than a temporary one. I was given zero reason to believe that things would change anytime soon, if ever. The dust has settled, and after 6 months on the bench, Evil Guineses signed Owen to effectively replace Ethan, who decided to switch to Valorant in February of 2021. Despite some first-place finishes during 2020, EG had a disastrous year with oBo, as their best finish was a third place at an RMR event, leading to parting ways with their trio, including oBo, after 8 months on the team. Time went by, and the one who used to be considered a young prodigy vanished from the scene. Most people wrote him off as a kid who didn't make it and fell under pressure, but it was bigger than that. After going dark for several months, on the 17th of August 2022, the CSGO community was buzzing with concern after his Twitter account, which has since been deleted, posted a series of troubled images. One particular photo caught people's attention as Owen appeared visibly sad while holding what many believed to be a chew toy for a dog. I won't be showing the images out of respect for the player and his family and even the close ones who might be watching this video. The chew toy people have identified contained an unsettling message: all great things must come to an end, time to throw me away. Combined with his gaunt appearance, it sparked worry and panic among social media users. Some individuals have speculated about his well-being, pointing out his malnourished look and the presence of a dirty sink in the background, leading them to question his mental state. While the community has been quick to make assumptions based on the images, suggesting possible depression or substance abuse, no concrete evidence has emerged at that time. Nevertheless, threads discussing Owen's discussions have emerged on Twitter and Reddit, generating significant attention. Fortunately, the big concern seems to have notified those close to Owen, including the CEO of Complexity, to take action by reaching out to his family in an effort to help him. Nearly a year after his troubling tweets, something unexpected happened. oBo went live on his Twitch and streamed himself playing CSGO in a rather peculiar manner. The stream began with a motivational sound in the background, with oBo repeatedly reciting the uplifting words. However, a few moments into the stream, he confessed, "I am on Adderall withdrawal." And Adderall withdrawal is a consequence of stopping the use of the drug after consuming it for so long unnecessarily. Throughout the stream, oBo rambled about having a witch who had a strong affection for him. He even mentioned a girl named Hayden Tiffany, claiming she was the supposed witch. He quickly shifted back to the topic of Adderall when his brother, according to oBo, intervened and told him to stop talking about it on stream. "I used to take 20 milligrams of Adderall twice a day and 70 milligrams of Vyvanse," oBo declared during the stream. The entire stream revolved around oBo repetitively using the word Adderall and describing how he believed a witch controlled his brother and family before he ended the stream. This incident was undeniably strange and raised concerns about his current mental state. However, since that day, oBo disappeared once again. His situation is complicated and unfortunate, to say the least. From being a prodigy to struggling mentally and being unstable, while it's unlikely to see oBo in the esports scene ever again, him being around his family and loved ones may be a positive sign of his recovery. We can only hope for the better days ahead and a successful journey towards an improved mental health. Thank you for watching.